considering you're heading back into singledom here. There is a thing that's been going around. It's been going viral on. Uh, I saw this on Barstool, but I actually follow the page that kind of posted this and it's going around on. And I saw this, and I kind of scrolled past it and didn't really dig into it. And then it reminded me that I'd just seen a video from another woman saying this same thing, where this woman went out on a date, and I thought I pulled it, but maybe I didn't. Let me see if I pulled that video before I describe it. I didn't. Anyway, so it's this guy. He goes on this first date with this girl to a cheesecake factory. He gets out of the car to go let her out, and she's just recording herself. And she's recording her, and this is her video. It's her recording herself refusing to open the door because he took her to the cheesecake factory. And she's saying, I'm way too fine to be taken to a cheesecake factory on a first date. You see all this? And she's all, all like that. And I'm like, I love fucking Cheesecake Factory. I would be happy if somebody took me to Cheesecake Factory. He's got everything you fucking want on the menu. It's like impossible to not be pleased there. There's everything. It's a dictionary of food. So they have to have something you'd want to eat. But anyway.
It says, man.
What, does it have you want to just get back with your ex and not have to deal with any of this shit?
No.
Oh.
No, if I pull up to a restaurant and some broad says, I ain't getting out the car, bitch, you getting out the car. You're gonna stand your ass in the parking lot while I peel the fuck out.
This guy was
and eat by myself.
This guy was so cool and calm about it. He got back into the car and just asked for a polite explanation. He was very polite, and so let me get this straight. You're upset because I brought you to a restaurant and you don't think the restaurant's good enough? He was just so confused. He didn't know what was going on. So there's now a list that's going around. It's gone viral on Twitter. A group of ladies have made a list of places men should not take them on a first date. It says, quote, here is a list of places women absolutely refuse to go on a first date. And to thank you to the ladies who helped put the list together. Now, it's a long list, so we'll fire through it very quickly, and we'll kind of go whether we agree or not. Because some of these I do agree with, I can't lie. Others, not so much. So first event in that first date. Now, number 28, sports events. That's an awesome first date, especially like a baseball game, because you can talk. You can talk.
Yeah, I guess so. All depends on how much the guy's into the sport.
Oh, see, I think if I'm on a date with a girl at a sporting event, it's because I give a shit about the girl. And I would, why would you take a girl to a sporting event if you didn't give a shit about her? You know what I mean? If it was like, if the football game is more important than the girl you're with, then why would you do that?
That's always.
I don't know. I mean,
girl to a football game.
Honestly, I think that's fun. I think that would be a good time. Maybe not football, baseball, basketball, hockey game, something like that.
Yeah, I'm not emotionally invested in any of those sports.
Yeah, so maybe you're right. You might.
I'd be more emotionally invested into the girl that I'm there with.
Might not want to see me or you at a football game. Like that might not be a great first impression for a chick screaming like a maniac.
No.
Because I do go all out at games. Like I stopped yelling and screaming as much at home. But if I go to a game, man, I get in that. I feel the vibe of everything, and I'm into it. So now 27th place, Waffle House. 100% agree with that. Can't take a chick to a Waffle House. That's what you do after you've gone out and had like a good night. And if things are going well, you're like, all right, want to get some Waffle House or whatever. Or, you know what I mean? That's something you could do. That's if the date's gone well. End of the night kind of thing. 26, a bar for just drinks. It's fucking great. Nothing wrong with that.
That's a great idea. That's nice, casual.
It gives you both the reason to get out quick.
Anything. Yeah, you can just have one drink and leave if you're not feeling it. I like that.
That's actually literally the best one. It should be everybody's favorite, especially women, because they can get out. But a disaster must be losing his fucking mind right now, because this is all just about, because this is just, these women just trying to, get free, expensive meals, essentially, is what this is all about. Because you get to number 25. Well, number 25, hookah bar. I agree. Who the fuck would want to be taken to a hookah bar? Number 24, nightclubs. I agree. Probably not the best first date to go to a nightclub. Can't hear a damn thing. You're not going to meet, you can't
No.
talk at all. It's thunk, 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 all the thumping. 23, bowling. Disagree with that. Bowling is a fantastic first
Bowling
date.
will be a fun one.
It's a
Yeah,
fun
that's
one. If you take a
talking,
chick on a
drinking.
you take a chick on a first date and they're not cool, and you go bowling and they're not cool with it, probably not the girl for you. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like, because it's just if you
And you get to check out that ass when they throw in the bowling ball.
Yeah,
It's perfect. I mean,
and
it gives you a perfect little view of what you're about to get. I mean,
do you know
it's great.
anybody who dislikes bowling? Everybody enjoys
You're
it.
talking to a bowler.
That's what I'm just saying though. Like everybody I know enjoys bowling, it's a fun thing to do. So I don't think that's a big. I think that one's bad. Number 22, somewhere that requires a long drive. I agree with that. You don't want them to think you're driving them out into the country to murder them or something like that.
No more than a 20-minute drive.
Yeah, and that just sucks. You're stuck in the car talking, and then you got to figure out. Then it gets into like if you turn out you don't like the same kind of music or something, you're stuck listening to crap, or they're stuck. You end up arguing about it. Yeah, that sucks. 21, movie night in Netflix, Hulu, etc. I kind of agree with that. That's not a first date kind of thing.
It all depends on what your intentions are. If your intentions are just going to be a Netflix and chill type of deal, then yeah, it's a perfect deal. But other than that,
well, that's not a first date. That's a booty call.
True. Yeah,
that's
not
what I mean?
A first date.
Yeah. Like you might be able to pull that off with the chick for the first date, but it's probably not going to be a relationship kind of thing, if that makes sense.
No.
Although I'm pretty sure that's what B1 and I did on our first date. Was she just came to my house and we watched TV and ate, to be honest with you. So I think, yeah. Number 20, family functions. Agreed.
Oh,
that's horrible.
That should be the first thing listed.
Yep. You don't want to take somebody like you got a family barbecue or something like that. You'll create weird uncles there or something. You bring them that the first time? No way. That's uncomfortable. 19, ice cream dates. Disagree with that? I think that's a sweet.
Perfect idea.
That's sweet. Ice cream's great. Go get a couple of cones, get a little scoop, go sit at a picnic table, you talk. Go park. What's wrong with that? It's the whole point of a first date is getting to know each other. God, these girls are so skeezy. 18, coffee dates. Yeah, what's wrong? Same thing.
Another perfect date.
Yeah, that's great because that's usually very specific for people who might have time in the morning, lunchtime. You don't have a lot of time. You work or something. You can get a little coffee
midday
date
type
in.
of deal.
Yeah. 17, Starbucks. I think that counts as coffee date. It's the same thing. 16, church. Yep, definitely not a good place for a date. Church, that's dumb. 15, the gym. Again, I think that's probably depends on how serious the two of you take it. If it's something that you both like working out, but it's not something you take like you could have a conversation between sets or something. I don't think that that's the most horrible thing in the world. How about Denny's?
I hate this list.
This is pretty obvious what list is what these girls want, right? Because it's going to get even better.
They can list that 25 places of not to go, but these girls are the same ones when you ask them where they want to go, they don't know.
Oh, they know. They want to go to the high-end steakhouse that's in town or the newest Italian restaurant. They don't. That's what. Like here, I'll rip through these next ones: Denny's, IHOP, a buffet, Red Lobster, Wingstop, Buffalo Wild Wings, any fast food chain, obviously. 7, your house. Well, that was mine with B1. 6, the movies. That's like the most classic first date.
Movie's not a good first date move. There's no talking.
Well, that's when you do the ice cream afterwards or something. Like you would go see a movie together.
According to this list, that's a horrible idea. Movie then ice cream. Those are both on the list for not to do.
I guess you're right. Number 5, Olive Garden. Number 4, Chipotle. Number 3, Chili's. Number 2, Applebee's. And then number 1, Mikey. Just like the video I saw that girl got all mad about, Cheesecake Factory.
Cheesecake Factory is so good. Their menu is so huge.
I know. Why would anybody? If you have to tell them that you don't want to sit in because you know how they'll put you in like that section where you're stuck on stacked on top of a bunch of people, or you could get a booth.
But I do want to first start out and just say, thinking about our quarterback, went out today again, as he has for most of the 2023 season, played the quarterback position as well as anybody in our league, and just continued to build and build and build. We are fearing. Currently, he's being evaluated and will be into tomorrow. We are fearing an Achilles injury. The severity of that, I do not know at this point, but I know that's what our fear is in the moment, and we'll confirm that as soon as possible. Thinking of Kirk, our locker room, every single player in our locker room, thinking about our leader, our guy right now, and I'm just so proud of him, proud of the way he's played all season long, and it's whatever is the case, if we don't have him for one snap or for the duration of our season, that will not change the fact of what I believe Kirk Cousins, the level he played to this year, and ultimately what he's meant to me and our organization. So thinking about him right now.
Make the catch. Yeah, it's
Me. I've been talking this whole time and my microphone didn't turn on. That's great. That's great. Sorry, guys. All right, so all I was saying is Kirk Cousins out for the season, so you didn't really miss too much. Kirk Cousins out for the season, guys. I was wondering where Mikey was. I'm distracted because I don't see Mikey down there. But hi, welcome to issue number 125. We're here. I played that video, obviously, of Mikey. Of Kirk Cousins' demise there. He tore his Achilles tendon. He's out for the season. Oh, but look what we have here. He is here. He is alive. Oh, man. What is up, my dude? Oh, he doesn't have his headphones on yet. He can't even hear me. Anyway, sorry, guys, about the microphone being off. The red light didn't... Something happened. Again, I don't do the show for a few days. Stuff doesn't work. I don't do a couple updates. Stuff stops working the way it's supposed to. Welcome to running this stupid show. It just doesn't work half the time. So now, Mike, the red lights are now working now. Mikey, hi. What's up, dude? Welcome to the show. What's going on?
What up, buddy? How you doing?
Did you see the beginning of the show?
I did, man. I did. It's been a rough day.
I bet it has been.
Ruins a $3,000 vacation I'm getting ready to go on to in 10 days.
Yeah, I know. I'm poking fun at it, but I know it's got to be eating you alive right now. That trip, there were so many things. JJ being hurt was a bad enough thing as it was, and then now this happens. After all that trade talk and poking you about all that, then this happens. Totally crazy. Crazy.
Everyone wanted to be a Kirk hater until the guy goes down with Achilles. Now the guy's the fucking messiah.
Now everybody. Well, I mean, I think everybody liked him as a guy, as a person. Everybody was, pro Kirko.
Well, but everyone has something to say. But now, potential MVP. Nobody talked about him being in the MVP running before yesterday.
No,
nobody talked to him.
No, I don't remember that being.
But the guy led it but he should be. That's what I'm saying. But then they talk about it today as a potential MVP candidate quarterback.
Right, and then.
Now, we're talking about the leader of the NFL in every statistical category of quarterback.
So so Trip's still on. Obviously, you didn't get trip insurance. You can't cancel anything or do anything like that. And then that.
No, Vikings are still rolling. Next man up. Time to make a trade for somebody.
You think that's what they're going to do? They're going to try to trade for or go pick up Colt McCoy. That was the the name I heard today that got floated around.
I'd like to trade for a starter if we're gonna go all in for a team. I mean, we got Kyler Murray that's potentially up for trade right now. We have Tannehill that's potentially up for trade right now. I want a starter in the NFL. If we're gonna be an all in type of team and we just won these last 2 games like that, then let's be all in.
Yeah, do you think that's going to happen, or do you think there's going to be a fire sale with the trade deadline and everything? I mean, it's kind of short notice to start making a bunch of changes.
If we would have lost the game to the Niners and lost the game to the Packers, I think you wouldn't see a sense of urgency from the Vikings right now. But with those 2 victories and us being right in Detroit's rearview mirror right now, you can't give up on the season. I mean, we're still the most potent offense in the NFL without JJ right now.
Are really you guys that good of an offense? I really don't keep. I guess I don't keep track of stats well enough. I probably should. That's probably why my fantasy team is tanking. But we'll talk about that tomorrow. But you mentioned the Lions, Mikey. They're actually playing right now. So those of you who aren't members and you're watching and you don't usually watch our members, this obviously isn't a members only show. It's for everybody. But normally when we do Monday Night Football, we do a watch party on Monday night. You know, we watch football game. Tonight I actually have both on. I have Monday Night Football and the World Series on. I got my multi-view going, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
So yeah, so I can kind of keep track of both of the things that's going on right now. I just saw Gibbs just got tackled in the backfield. They're in a commercial in the World Series. So that'll be fun and kind of keep track of all that. But normally we're slugging down beers and puffing down lavender and all that stuff during the members-only shows. So I would like to start off by saying thanks to Brap, or not start off, finally get to. Shout out to Brap. He was first in the chat today, so I want to give him a little bit of love. He hit the first emoji in there, so he was first. Now I'd also like to give some love to Scott78, who just gifted out 5 Another Dumb Show memberships to some peeps in there. Let's see who got them. Diz got one, Falcor, B4, Angelina, and Marty all got memberships gifted to them from Scott78. So thank you so much, Scott. Much love to you, my dude. Big ups, big hype to you, my dude. So, Mikey, the trip's on. You're not making any rash decisions about anything. You didn't fall off the wagon or anything like that. It wasn't that bad. It just what was your immediate reaction when it happened with Kirk?
Achilles.
Just you saw it and you went, oh my God, he just ripped his Achilles.
Lame duck.
Did you throw something?
I know, it was over right there. No, dude, it was just disgust, man. Instant hole in my gut. Just instant nauseous. Just get flush all over. Feel like you're going to pass out.
Now, did you make fun of Aaron Rodgers? I can't remember.
Hell no.
No? Okay, cool.
We were watching it live.
I couldn't remember if you did or not. The karma, if it came back around. I couldn't decide whether or not to play. I was going to try to dig up the Aaron Rodgers Achilles tear episode where we watched that live, but I think it was a members only one. So I was like, I don't want to play that and make the members mad if I play that in a regular one or whatever. So yeah, that was crazy watching that thing tear. I mean, here, we'll show it again here real quick if you didn't see it. But yeah, this is pretty.
Yeah, you
insane.
watched it. It was the first replay that they showed of it. You could see it snap.
Yeah, it's nuts. Here it is, and we'll kind of go in slow motion. Actually, let me mute that. You can see right there, where his calf muscle just goes up right when it snaps.
Yep, we retract. Nope.
That's so crazy. Oh,
yep.
God, that had to hurt so bad. Oh, I don't know how these dudes get up.
Walked off the field. Yep, walked off the field.
He's a bad dude. I got to give him and Aaron Rodgers. Man, how about Aaron Rodgers out there throwing the ball around before football yesterday, tossing the ball around after 6 weeks after tearing his Achilles tendon. That's insane.
Yeah, I didn't realize. I did some research on the surgery that he had, and it's like a quick fix type procedure that is designed to get somebody up and walking and everything like that early.
Why don't they do that with every human being? Why is it a 6-7 month repair for most normal people? Is it there's some sort of?
I don't know if it's a level. No, I don't know if it's a level of rehab that people just can't afford, or a level of treatment for aftercare that it just isn't there. But it's yeah, he's got that special wedge in his shoes to keep his feet so it doesn't create a 90-degree angle with his foot.
That's crazy. Yeah, there's hold on one second, I'm getting blown up here. I'm just making sure I'm all right here. All right, cool. Ooh. Looks like my well, we'll get to that in a little bit here. I'll get to my text here and what that's about here. So, all right.
But
Well,
so
go ahead.
by the way, I'm gonna hang out as long as I can tonight, dude. I got strep. I'm not even at work today.
Are you really? You got strep throat?
Yeah, dude. It
Oh.
hasn't. I was sick last week, and then I didn't take care of it, and whatever it was, it rolled over into this week, and it just, I feel like absolute garbage.
So did you go to the doctor and they gave you took the strep test and all that shit? Or you just know you have
I
strep throat?
emailed my doctor and told him I had strep. He wrote me a prescription for amoxicillin, and that was it.
Why? Just because you know what it is? Like you've had it enough times that
Yeah.
you diagnosed yourself?
Yeah.
And you emailed your doc. You just emailed your doctor and said,
I
think I have
messaged my
strep
doctor
throat.
on.
Oh,
Yeah,
like on
I think
what
I
are
need
the doctor things or
the
whatever?
apps. Yeah.
Oh,
So I
okay.
reached out to the nurses or the whatever doctor's assistant or whatever physician's assistant.
Gotcha. And all right. So, well, I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Well, we'll leave you. We'll stick it out as long as you can, and whenever you feel like you got to go, if it hurts to talk or all that stuff, I get it. So, all right. Well, do the thing that makes you feel better for a little bit. I know that. Can you even do that? Can you even vape or lavender it up?
Well, I can't, but I do.
But you do anyway. Okay, cool. Because I know you're not
Yeah.
supposed to, but I do anyway. So,
Yeah.
let's see here. Oh, so when you said you didn't take care of yourself, because I saw they took like all these medicines off the counter. Does that count? Like you don't take that stuff anyway. So what would you have done if, as far as take care of yourself, just drink more water and not work or whatever? Or?
Yeah, I just obviously didn't. I didn't rest myself, or I didn't go to the doctor. Obviously, it was some virus or something that I don't know. But there was never a day where I felt 100%. I was out last week for a day with fever and didn't feel well, and then I felt fine for the last couple of days of the week when it was like 75, 80 degrees outside.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, huh.
There you go. Well, yeah, I kind of had
hit, and I started to feel like trash again.
I had something going on over the past few days. I would, like I think I had a what people would call a head cold, because there's just nothing in my chest. I don't feel particularly sick, except I'm just stuffed up and like have drainage, and I got a little tiny cough and just kind of like gravelly. But I don't necessarily like feel sick, just a little tired. You know what I mean? So there's definitely something weird going around, but. So that was kind of a bummer to deal with that, but I'm sorry to hear how sick you are, man. Did it affect your bowling this weekend or everything? No bowling?
I bowled like shit this weekend.
You went to bowling. All right. See, I didn't know if after everything that happened on Wednesday night with the Lewiston shooter at the bowling alley, I didn't know if that might have affected like how people bowl, if there were less people that came out. I don't know, just if things get weird because of weird things that happen like that with that guy shooting up that bowling alley on Wednesday. I'm assuming you saw that story.
We'll be there. Yeah, I did see this. Right, I did not know that it was at a bowling alley until probably today. I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
We had done this at a bowling, and I mean, I kind of put two and two together afterwards because there's a bunch of friends of mine that made these Facebook posts for the bowling community. And
okay, it's kind of where I was
prayers
going.
And thoughts that need to be sent from social media to them in order to make them all feel better is,
Did you think that was lame? The people were doing that, or?
Yeah.
Yeah. They made a big deal about how the bowling community and all the news and everything, because I was transfixed by all of this that was happening. I was up till I was supposed to be getting to bed early and resting for these weddings over the weekend. I ended up staying up till pretty damn late. I don't even remember what time it was, but I was just transfixed by everything with the manhunt that was underway. The FOMO was kicking into overdrive, where I can't miss any of that stuff and need to see everything that's happening as it's happening. The press conferences, the updates on the amount of people who were taken out, all murdered, not taken out. So it was, what's going on with the guy because I watched as they finally released who it was. I'm bouncing back and forth between Twitter on my phone and everything, and it was a sad thing that went happen. It was the worst mass shooting in Maine's history, but it seems like it was just some crazy dude. The guy's named Robert Card. I'm sure everybody knows that by now. I did just find this out. I didn't realize that he ended up taking himself out. I didn't know how he did it. Oh, I did know that. What am I talking about? I just didn't know that he used the gun or whatever to do it. But so anyway, the guys said he had been hearing voices and threatened to shoot up a military base in the past. But I haven't really been able to figure out. There was some speculation that he used to hang out at the bowling alley, and that when he would go, maybe some people were making fun of him, and it made me think of like you kind of saying how you guys rib each other pretty hard at the bowling alley. So I didn't know if maybe this was just some guy who'd maybe gotten overheard something that he thought was somebody making fun of him or whatever, and just kind of snapped or whatever at one point. So
there's a couple guys that bowl in my league on Sunday mornings who we bully really hard, and we wouldn't be surprised if they came in and did something stupid like that.
Well, don't make sure they aren't firearms instructors or former military guys, because that's what this guy was. So, oh wow! And apparently he had ordered a suppressor. Wow. So all these questions, he had tried to get a silencer, but he got disqualified for getting the silencer. So there's a lot of little, there were all kinds of red flags about this guy, and shockingly, he was, even though he was mentally ill, he was allowed to be a firearms instructor somehow. And then he just lost his mind, and it makes me sad because I think I don't know if they said he had the schizophrenia or whatever it was. Secret ADS Mod said he was looking for his ex there. One of the things I'd heard too, something about an ex. Something about just people giving him a hard time there, and he just, after hanging out there, maybe his brain told him he thought somebody was making fun of him or something, and he overheard something and interpreted it as them making fun of him when it may not have, or whatever. So it was a sad, obviously very sad, but I get completely transfixed by that stuff, like you are with football right now.
I'm just transfixed with football 24/7, dude.
No, I know I am too, and we'll definitely talk plenty of football here coming up. But I just figured since I watched all of that, watched all of it as it was unfolding, it was insane. Sad story. So yeah, I think there were a couple kids that got killed. They're yelling. People were getting upset because there were people coming out saying how many people had gotten killed when wasn't the actual correct amount. I remember what's the final tally was here. Secret ADS Mod, I know it was supposed to be 22 originally, I think they had said, but I can't remember what the actual death toll is at this point. So, and how many people were actually shot. I lost track of that in my news story, so if anybody knows that, let me know. But very, very sad to see that all going down. So I got a couple emails here. Let's check these emails out. I did mention that I had weddings on Thursday and Friday of last week. I do have an email from somebody who is it's from Dirty Little Holly. I mentioned her a little while back that she was, that I DJ'd her wedding, and because something made it pop. I think somebody, it was just her name, somebody in her family's name. It was it's a pretty unusual name, and I saw it in another weddings group, unrelated people from what I know. But anyway, I mentioned her, Dirty Little Holly, that I DJ'd her wedding, and it was a while back, and what a great time it was, and how nice they all were. And she emailed me, Dirty Little Holly. She says, "Hi, it's DLH. Hey, Dom, it's DLH. I was just catching up on shows and heard the episode where I was gifted a membership, and you mentioned DJing my wedding. It's funny because we were just reminiscing about our wedding. Would you believe that we celebrated our 10-year wedding anniversary last month?" No, I wouldn't realize that. That's crazy. She says, "Here we are going strong 10 years later with a 2-year-old son and another little boy on the way. How exciting." And then she goes on to say, "If anyone's thinking of booking you for their wedding, they definitely should. Thank you. You were amazing and kept us on schedule all night long, and your uplighting looked great too. Anyways, love the show. You and Mikey really make a good team. Keep it up. Dirty Lil Holly. Right on. Well, what a nice email that we got from DLH there. A little bit of love for us both. What do you think of that, my dude?
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Dirty Little Holly.
Yeah, pretty cool. And let's see here. This one is from B4. It says, hey, Dom, I saw you were having a rough night the other night, and I wanted to write into you in hopes that it's gotten better. If it hasn't, it will soon. You were there for me when I lost my mom, and I appreciate it so much. I hope you know the league loves and supports you. I hope you took some time to rest this weekend after those weddings. And fuck the people who give you a hard time about taking time off. Rest up, my friend, and we'll be here for you when you're feeling better, B4. Well, thank you very much, B4. I did do that. I took Wednesday off to try to get things straightened out with for all my weddings for the weekend. I had a lot of music to pull, a lot of customized playlists. So tons of music to pull, some last minute revisions for Saturdays. So things just got overwhelmed for me as far as all the work I had to do. So Thursday, said Wednesday I was up late watching everything that's happening with that shooting. Thursday I had a wedding on down in Dover, Ohio. So I had to leave here around, I don't know, I think it was like 11:30 noon-ish to drive down to Dover, Ohio, about an hour and a half drive. This pretty crazy farm that we worked at. And it's really beautiful, but it is a ton of work. It's on 2 different levels. The ceremony's down some steps and down a level. The reception area is upstairs. Keely was there helping me. Shout out to Keely. Oh, by the way, I do have some great news about Keely. I meant to put this in my prep, but I forgot to put it in, so I'm just going to say it now before I forget. Keely, who's been working in restaurants her whole life, or adult life, really, since she got out of high school. Started school, college, didn't really work out for her, so she came home. She's been working ever since, steadily. Very hard worker, makes money, and does great. She's not like somebody who sits around, and she usually works at a place for a while, and then, you know, like every kid, gets tired of it, and eventually goes and finds another job in a restaurant. That's how restaurant people are. But her grandma has been on her about it, because her grandma, not my mom, it's her grandma on her mom's side, has been on Keely about switching careers. She wants her to get out of the restaurant business, and her grandma was a nurse, so she's trying to push for Keely to become, do something in the medical field. And I think she wants her to start off, you know, just get her foot in the door, then maybe work her way to being a nurse. She ends up, her grandma says, how about this? I'll pay for you to go to the phlebotomy school. And you go to phlebotomy school, become a phlebotomist, get a job at like a plasma center or something like that, or some sort of hospital or something like that. I'll pay for that. So Keely agreed to it. She's starting that on the 1st, or I think the 1st of next month. But she's already applied for a job at a plasma donation place. And she had an interview a couple weeks ago. She got a call this morning, and she got the job. So I am super duper proud of Keely. Really, really, really proud of her. I'm blown away. Did you hear that, Mikey? Keely got that job.
Awesome, man. Congratulations, Keely.
Yeah,
that's
so
awesome,
it's going
cool
around.
That she was able to get the job while she's going to school. You know what I'm saying? And while she's doing it.
Because she's already in school, they said, and it's a really short thing. I mean, it's like 180 hours to get this phlebotomy thing. And so she is going to get, she's starting out as like a shift manager or something along those lines. Like, I don't even know what it's called, but she's already getting paid more than she was expecting to get paid going into it. So yeah, I'm really excited for her. She's really excited. So hopefully this will pay off for her, and she will, I don't know, make a career out of this whole thing. I guess, I don't know if she's going to want to like, you know, I think the goal is to make more money in a like non-restaurant environment, and then build your resume, and then eventually either go to school to be a nurse, or maybe just transfer to maybe a hospital that pays more doing phlebotomy stuff. I don't really know. But that seems to be her plan. She's got stuff in the works, so I'm pretty excited for her.
That's awesome.
Yeah, all my kids seem to have their act together. It's pretty cool. So their moms must be doing something right. So So then, yeah. So Thursday's wedding was a ton of work, lots of work doing that, and so I was tired, man. By the time I got to Friday's wedding, I was already tired, but powered through it. Had a good wedding Friday. It was a lot of work. Again, ceremony and reception in 2 different locations, so got a lot of equipment moving and two different setups and stuff like that. Interesting group on Friday night. But things went, made it through the day, made it through Friday. Let's put it that way, Mikey. We'll just leave it at that. Friday night. And then, so after Thursday and Friday, I said to myself, you know what? I need some time off. I need a couple days to recharge the batteries because your boy was just out of gas. So I do apologize. I got a couple snotty comments. One from Marty saying, really enjoyed the shows this weekend. Respect the grind. Well, I'm glad you respect the grind because there had been plenty of grinding that went on before this over this weekend. So I apologize I do apologize that we didn't get any shows this weekend, but I had nothing to give you guys. I really didn't. I was tired. I was out of gas and I needed to recharge. So there's that.
You see them Lions helmets tonight? It's them cool Vikings color or the Vikings Mustang colors.
Oh, look at that!
It's the Mustang. It's the Mustang logo on their helmet.
The two. I see what you're saying. The 2 little bars behind the lion, like that.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. I do like that. I actually considered making that because I don't know if Blue Wolverine's in here tonight or not. I did see somebody put up the One Pride logo. Earlier, the little One Pride emoji that we have in there for the Lions, but Blue Wolverine, I imagine, is probably watching this game right now, if I had to guess. So, I did not notice that until you said that. I do like I'm a uniform guy, so I do like that they kept the Honolulu blue in the helmet, but they got the gray, all gray unis. They look good. I like that look. That is pretty cool. Yeah, thanks for. I actually didn't notice that until you said it. I was just kind of in La La Land about it, I guess. But they're doing a Thriller walk. That's pretty cool. That was good.
Get your own style. We did that celebration yesterday when we picked the team off.
Did you guys do that really? The Vikings did that?
Uh-huh.
I didn't see that. That's fun.
Get your own. Bite your own. But make your own shit.
Brap actually says, I vote for an American cheese punishment. 1 slice for each day of no shows in a row. So that's 5 slices, buddy boy. Oh, come on, man. What are you doing to me here? I did see Brap say something along those lines here. There's going to be an American cheese punishment that I need to do. John goes on to say, Vegas has the over-under 30 American cheese slices for Dunn to consume. I'll take the over. Dunn to put down some food. I don't know about with American cheese. I certainly don't think I could do that. But I did see another comment from Brap when I mentioned the show was going to start late tonight. He said that the Popo is at his neighbor's house tonight. I don't know if that means he called because the neighbors are being jackasses, but I guess the neighbors are next door dealing with something to do with the neighbors. I don't know. So, Brap, if you want to put it in the chat, let me know what's going on, or if you want to call 844-HIT-DUM. Oh, by the way, the phones are working. 844-HIT-DUM. 844-448-3862 if you want to call into the show. Let's see. So we mentioned American cheese, and there were some comments not comments, there were some mentions in the past couple weeks of, I think we showed some, I don't know who was the one that was showing it, but American cheese. Hold on one sec. Hold on. Before we get to that email real quick, I'll come back to that. Hold on. The dude, you're on another dumb show. Carrie from Rochester. What's up?
Hi.
Hi, Carrie.
Well, speaking of shootings, I can hear myself again.
You can?
Yes.
Ooh. I don't know why that is.
I can talk to it. Okay, speaking
How
of
about
shootings,
now?
so last time you had what?
Did that fix it?
No. Oh,
Ooh,
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
go ahead.
No, it didn't.
Oh.
Okay, so last Tuesday when you guys were having a show, I heard oldest screaming, like, outside my house. Like, not like normal, like, kids, like, blood-curdling scream. So then, like, an hour and a half later, I went to the store, and when I was coming home, my whole street was closed off. And I was like, what happened? And the police were like, we can't tell you. And so I Googled it, and some guy shot his girlfriend and then killed himself. And their family went over and found them, and that was what the screaming was.
Holy crap. Now, I did actually, I was upset that we actually weren't on Wednesday because I got the, I saw that you were posting this in the Another Dumb Show Discord, which is, you know,
Yeah, I
obviously
put the screams in there.
Yeah, that's what, where is that at? Is that in the, which one, the text channel? Because I thought I downloaded that, but I might have lost it.
It's
you remember
in
where
the general, I think it's in the general one. I don't know. I can
you guys
email
are
it
in
to
there.
you.
Yeah, email that to me when you can, because I thought I downloaded it, but I guess I didn't. But so, yeah, because I did hear that, and the screaming is absolutely, you can't, I mean, they're blood-curdling
I know, dude.
screams.
I knew it was something bad from the way they were screaming, and it went on for like a long time.
Oh, man. So did I also see you got interviewed by the news? Did you make it to the news? Did they actually show you on the news?
Yeah, no, I didn't because I was like nervous, so I was just like babbling. So, you know, I probably wasn't making much sense.
Yeah, I was. Well, I had a standoff at the house next door to me when I was married. Back when I was married at my house that I used to live in when I was married, the couple doors down from me, some guy. There was some sort of, I don't know, the guy had barricaded himself in a house, and there ended up being a standoff. And the police the news interviewed me afterwards, and I was like a little sound clip machine. Giving them little clips and stuff. The lady even said that afterwards. She goes, man, those are perfect little sound clips you just dropped for us. So, but yeah, I imagine if it was.
You work in radio.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, I was just literally going to say, I think I probably had a little bit of training for it too, but also, I wasn't scared. You probably were a little bit scared when you're dealing with a murder next door. This was just some jackass who got, pinned himself in a house and took off.
Yeah, no, it like freaked me out. Like, it's not like I was in any danger, but
yeah, it still makes you uncomfortable. Angelina's saying not everyone has the Discord. I know, Angelina, that's why I was asking about it, so I could try to get this downloaded for you. So yes, Carrie, please email me that clip so I can play it for everybody who is
okay,
again,
I'll do it when I hang out.
All right, perfect. Thank you very much. I appreciate you calling in, dude, and I'm glad you're okay. I was sorry to hear that happened to you. That sucks.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. All right, bye, guys.
Bye, on. All right, so the dude's been going through it lately. Remember, she just had like somebody break her window out down in like some crackhead area while she was working. Your mic's off.
And she don't live in a real scary spot neither. So it's wild that she had this happen in her neighborhood. I was actually wondering while this was happening and while I heard about it, whether she lived close to it or not. I did not see her comments in the Discord.
Oh yeah. So you're familiar with what the story, but you didn't know that Carrie had anything.
No, I didn't know Carrie. No, I didn't know she lived near it or anything like that.
I think she was like next door or a couple doors down or something, within listening distance to be able to hear, because you can hear it on her phone. So I really want to play this for you guys. I swore I already downloaded it, but who knows where the hell it went. So I'll just keep an eye out in my email. Sorry, I'm getting distracted because, guys, I got something in here. Now, we mentioned American cheese there and how my disdain for American cheese, and we also mentioned the Discord and the League of Dummies. So this all works out perfectly. Somebody took it upon themselves to take it up a notch. One of the league members said, "You know what? I'm going to do anything for the show here. We're going to get clicks for old Another Dumb Show." And what gets more clicks than some skin? You know what I'm saying? So Crooked Orchid said, you know what? We did that thing a couple weeks ago where we showed those ladies who took some cheese and started putting it on their bod and uncover up their naked lady parts. Well, she went ahead and did it. So here she is. There is Crooked Orchid If you guys, I think that must be her Cash App there. So if you guys want to donate to her for throwing this out there for you guys, a little bit of lady love with some nasty cheese. Now, I am going to say that is not American cheese. That is Swiss cheese. I know Swiss cheese when I see it. I love Swiss cheese. I'm a Swiss cheese man through and through. So I am absolutely. That might actually get nibbled off. I'm not gonna lie, Mikey. I'm not a food in the bed kind of guy, but I do love me some Swiss cheese. Now, Swiss cheese does have a little funk to it. So you rub that on, you get a good swish. The oil starts coming out and it gets all over that. I don't know if I would be down for that. Then we're talking cheesy nips, and then cheese down there is we're dealing, potentially you're going to be dealing with some Fromunda. You know what I'm saying? So, but it is Swiss cheese. American cheese, this is absolutely disgusting. Swiss, I might peel a little off and take a bite of it. I'm not going to lie. So, big shout out though to Crooked Orchids though for putting it out there for everyone. A little bit of love, a little bit of cheese love. And there it is if you want to hook her up. I don't know if that's her Cash App. I think it makes sense that would be if the dollar sign in front of it. So hook her up, guys. She did it for you. She did it all for you guys. So make sure you take care of her. What do they say? Tip your bartenders. Tip your cheese-covered ladies, please. Perfect timing here. I just got that video from Carrie, so I'm going to download that. So let's download that. Let's see where that is. So if you just heard us a minute ago, why is it not here? Where did it download to? Give me 1 sec, guys. Hold, please. Hold, please. All right. Oh, it did work. Okay, cool. All right, and we'll zoom around. Okay. So this is the video from Carrie from Rochester just sent me. We just talked about this video on the phone. Now you have to be very quiet because this is way off in the distance. And if I have to boost it, I will. You know what? Why don't we try? Let's see what it sounds like first. I'm not seeing an audio. Okay, so you can't hear shit on that. So let me try to boost this gain. Let me try to boost the audio here a little bit. Let's go 15. All right, that's consistent. All right, so here we go. We'll see how this sounds. All right, so this is the Carrie from Rochester's neighbor. Now the video is just a picture of a tree. It's just a video of a tree because she's pointing the phone in the direction of where the sound is coming from. So make sure you're very quiet. You have to turn down everything. There's going to be some probably, but listen closely for some pretty intense screaming. But you got to pay attention. Tell everybody in the room, shut the fuck up. There you go.
Hell no.
I think there's one more little one. Oh no, that was a car driving by. I thought I heard one more in there, but no, isn't that crazy, Mikey? You heard that, right?
Yeah, it sounds like, dude, that's a clip from a horror movie. That's like what you hear when you're getting to get pulled into a forest for a haunted hayride.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
That's a big one right there.
Ooh, yeah, that's so creepy. That's so scary. So it's almost like that video. Remember that video game that we just showed you like a couple weeks ago? That
that's what it's like.
Yeah, they're walking through the woods.
The screams match with the little bugs in the trees and all that shit. Hell no. No,
yeah,
no.
That's some spooky. Now that would make me scared. Standing there holding my phone, hearing those screams, I'm not gonna lie to you.
See my phone shaking in my hand.
I would be scared. I'm not even pretending that I would be tough when that happened at all. I would be freaking the fuck out. So, let's see here. Speaking of cheese, guys, I got it. I got one.
You've
I
been
got it.
practicing.
I've been practicing. Okay, now I think I said I could take a whole one of these down in one sitting. Ain't no fucking way I'm taking a whole one of these down in one sitting. Now,
Told you. And that's
I
not
am
even
going
the
to
big
tell
one.
you 1 pound, 7 ounces.
Yeah, mine was 3-4.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so fuck that. No, that's impossible. Humanly impossible. Now, I am going to say this is one sitting today.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Really? You think that, dude, that was trying pretty hard. But part of the reason that we started late today was because I was
cheesy fingers.
Yeah, I was kept pressing the buttons. That's why the mic wouldn't turn on. It was actually sticking. No, I was supposed to take my kids. My ex-wife and and her husband are in Greece, or they're somewhere. They're in Italy or Greece or something right now. So the person who's watching them because they're going to go to school still and everything. So there's somebody over there watching them. The person who was supposed to watch them wasn't going to be able to take one of them to a thing tonight. Then right as I was walking out the door to go take them, it ended up that the person that was watching them was able to take them. So I was just like, oh, perfect. So I had gotten most of my prep done for the show. So I said, you know what? I got a little bit of time to kill before we start. So I'm gonna rip down some cheesy poops. I got about I don't even know how long I had, but I ate those pretty quick. That was just me just sitting there with basically
Four
just
at a time.
Pretty much this just between my legs, just watching. I don't even remember. I think I was just watching the news about stuff about Israel and Gaza. Actually, just fucking eating fucking cheesy poops, just like all these.
It'll make your hands exceptionally orange.
Now I don't. This is the only thing in the world I will lick my fingers for. I don't lick my fingers for anything. It's disgusting to me. It's gross.
Always cheese puffs. I do it for chicken wings.
No, I won't even do it for chicken wings. I only do it for cheesy
man, that's
poops.
all the good stuff. It's some extra blue cheese on my fingers right there. I got to get all that out of there.
No, it grosses me out, man. I can't do it. It grosses me out hard.
But you can do it with some cheese powder glazed onto your fingers.
Yeah, for whatever, because you can't let that go to waste. You just can't. That's the goodness in it all, and you really just can't let that go to waste. Let's see. Disaster says, oh shit, I do love the cheese balls. Oh yeah, I know. I do. I think we should do some sort of cheesy poof challenge though. Maybe we do fasted to 100 or something like that. Angelina said, what happened to the 100 show food challenge? It's coming back, baby. I'm still planning on doing it. My hole in my tooth has almost closed. I still got a little hole in there. I still get food stuck in it. And it's actually the thing that gets stuck the most are onions. It's something about the way onions are cut. They're just like, if they're long and like that perfect square, they just go shunk, and you just get stuck right in that hole. It drives me crazy. So, and that's one of the biggest things on that 100 show challenge I wanted to do. It's that huge gyro, and it's got onions just like that on it. They're gonna get stuck right in it. Oh, so I got to just give that a little bit more. A little bit more time to heal. And then, the food challenges are going to be, as soon as I get my mouth healed up, baby, the food challenges are back on again because I miss them and I need an excuse to eat junk food now. All right, let's see here. I had some other stuff I wanted to talk about here. Let's see. Oh, Mikey. So in my time off this weekend, I had a little time to chill. Saturday, I watched a fucking awesome boxing match. How awesome was that fight between Tyson Fury and Francis Ngannou, the baddest of the bad? Dude, I am so pissed off that Ngannou didn't win that. He got robbed, I think. I think he got completely and totally ripped off. Or there was some sort of...
He didn't... You got to... In order to beat the champ, in order to beat the champ, take the belt, you got to do more than that.
You got to do more than knock him down when he didn't knock you down.
One time, he knocked him down one time, and it was all counterpunching. Francis didn't make any moves. He was on the back of his feet the entire time. No control in the ring.
Oh, I disagree. I disagree. I thought the first 5 rounds until he started getting tired, he was boxing very well. I thought he was controlling dictating the pace of the fight, essentially. And then he started running out of gas, and Tyson got his second wind. And then it kind of like went out the window, like the guy kept saying on the thing. He just kept. Oh, by the way, thanks for hooking me up with that link. That was awesome. But yeah, they kept saying, "Oh, he's all his strategies out the window now. He's just throwing bombs," and that's really what the whole last half of the fight was Ngannou just waiting, had that thing cocked, ready to go.
And trying to hit him with one.
I loved it though. B1 came over and could not understand why I was enjoying what I was watching so much. And I said, we're watching a potential future champion in the making, I think. We have somebody who I think potentially with more boxing training has potential to be a really, really dominant boxer. Do you disagree with that?
He does have the potential there, but I think it'd be wasted potential if he's not using his skills in an MMA fashion.
Really?
Yeah, he's just boxing's just not going to be there. He started way too late in life training with fighting.
Well, I'm also pissed off because I use my no sweat bet on that, and I was like, well, the odds were for Ngannou to obviously get killed. So I was like, oh, this is a good easy $70 here with that $10 free bet they give you. So I said, screw it, I'm doing this. I was so thinking I was about to win when they came down to the split decision at the end. And I was like, I'm going to win this thing. I think he's actually going to win. And then they fucking didn't give it to him. And Mikey, I know you saw this.
And this is what Ronaldo saw in that last round. Oh, an elbow came in.
I know you saw that.
I did see the elbow.
So, I mean, there was no points deducted for that. Isn't that usually a point deduction in boxing? You throw an elbow?
It'd be a warning.
I guess. CB says, when you're the challenger, you got to finish the dude because if it goes to decision, you ain't winning. Well, I can't argue with her on that one. She certainly hit the nail on the head. But man,
never let it go to the judges. Never let it go to the judges. Period.
Well, I think that's what he was trying to do in the end. He was really trying to throw some bombs so it wouldn't. But hey, what do you think? Rematch?
I wouldn't mind watching that guys fight again. I'm looking forward to watching Tyson fight Alexander Usyk on December 23rd.
Yeah, that was cool to watch those dudes facing off.
He wouldn't commit to it or anything like that yet, but
it seemed like they were pretty much were, and Tyson just didn't want to commit to the date, essentially, I think. Maybe because he got his head rattled a little bit more. Not sure.
Well, that and all depends on whether or not his cut will be healed by then.
The one on his forehead from, that little abrasion he got. That was funny.
It's usually like a 3-month medical suspension for that.
Really? When you get a cut right here?
Yeah, because they don't want you to build scar tissue, and if it's not healed all the way, it'll split right back open.
Gotcha. Well, I was in my element, man. I was so enjoyed that. It was so nice in the middle of the day. I was actually off on a Saturday. That's part of the reason, guys, I had to take Saturday off. I'm never off on Saturdays. Never. Sorry, I can't stop coughing. I never have Saturdays off. So I was like, I have to take advantage of this. I'm taking Saturday off. There's this fight today. Mikey said he's got a way to hook me up to be able to watch this, so I'm watching this goddamn fight. Mike Tyson was going to be there. Lady Di said, go Iron Mike. I love Mike Tyson. I'm sure you probably hate Mike Tyson. I fucking love Mike Tyson.
I love Mike Tyson. Why wouldn't I love Mike Tyson?
I don't know. I just, for some reason, thought maybe you wouldn't like Mike Tyson. I don't know why.
Best heavyweight of all time.
Yeah, he's the man. He's so fucking awesome. So, yeah, it was great watching it. B1 just couldn't stand it. She just is like, MMA is so much better. And I was like, I got to disagree with you on that one. I feel like the sweet science. She said something along the lines of, you like art, boxing's great. If you like a fight, MMA is great. I was like, go fuck yourself. Those dudes are fighting. They're knocking the shit out of each other. One guy slips up, the other guy could kill him. And she goes, yeah, but it's like, not going to happen. So, nah, MMA fight, they're bleeding. and stuff. And I'm like, all right, I guess I'll give you that. But I just, something about the art of boxing really is what makes me love it so much. Let's see, what's going on in the game here? I see the Lions are kicking off. Did they just score here?
They did just score. They won me $20 too.
With a field goal. I'm so pissed at myself. I didn't, I was dicking around before the show and eating cheesy poofs, and I forgot to get any bets in for tonight's game. So
yeah, I'm pretty sure most of my bets are done. I think I bet the over on points in a couple of them. Because I thought the Lions offense was going to come out and absolutely dominate, but the Lions are lioning.
Oh, speaking of fighting, we didn't get to talk about this. Good. Thank you for bringing this up, CB. John Jones pulls out of that fight with Stipe.
Yeah, dude, that's sad. That's horrible, dude.
That was going to be a great fight. I was looking forward to that.
I know. I was actually not looking forward to that because that was going to be the first UFC fight I'm going to miss because I'm going to be in Minnesota for November 11th. But now I'm not that upset because I'm not really interested in watching Aspinall against the other dude. Against Sergey Pavlov.
So Stipe not fighting then now at all?
No, they offered him the fight with Aspinall and he said no.
No, I just only want to beat John Jones' ass.
They don't want. Yeah, get my ass beat by John Jones.
Well, I got to root for the Cleveland guy. Come on, man. You know
I know that, but the guy's got less than a 5% chance of winning that fight.
Really? I thought Stipe was like one of the best ever.
He is, but Jones is just levels better than the rest of the competition.
Wow. Okay. I thought people thought he was. I thought Stipe was considered like the greatest MMA heavyweight ever
of all time because he has the most title defenses. He's beat the most guys, but never John Jones.
Huh.
John Jones is too much of a wrestler for being that big. All that fight was going to be literally was they meet in the middle of the ring. John Jones shoots double leg takedown and just mauls him for 5 rounds. And it's just Stipe trying to survive. Yeah, it wouldn't have been. There would have been no fighting, or there would have been no striking battle. John Jones would play to his strength, and his strength is being a 260-pound mauler.
Huh. All right. Well, I didn't actually think it would be that way at all.
But I don't think we're ever going to see that fight again, though.
Why? Just because Jones tore his pec, it's going to take forever to heal, and it's just he's going to be done.
It's over a year. By then, Stipe will be off the ring. I don't know. It'll just lose interest by then. It's going to be at least a year, maybe 18 months.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I get it. Shout out to Charlie Reck. He busted out a huge superfan donation. Thank you, my dude. He said, about to roll up a Russian cream backwoods. Ooh, with some orange 43 and moon rocks. Damn. He said, about to launch to space. Hit those thumbs up, folks. Yes, if you've not already hit thumbs up on tonight's episode, please do that. Thanks to Charlie for reminding me and all of you. Wow, dude, that's a nice mix he's got going there. Russian cream backwoods.
That sounds delicious.
And with orange 43 and moon rocks. Have you ever had orange 43?
I've never had Orange 43. I've never heard of Orange 43. I'd like to know what that's crossed with.
Orange 43 is a heavy sativa that a brand named Clutch makes around here. It's usually about 33, 34%. I mean, it's always super high. And it's called Orange 43, but I would argue it's more gassy than orangey. It's almost like, think about an orange rind if that was mixed with gas. So it's got kind of like an orangey gas.
Well, it's named after Quadente today, so orange liqueur.
There you go. So that makes sense. It's more the rind versus the sweet. It's like that kind of almost bitter, but like
it's like Grand Marnier.
One of the best burning, best smoking, best flavored around here, and it's when it comes out, it like is gone like that. People come, I'll buy it. I would buy it like, 3 or 4 of them at a time, 3 or 4 tenths at a time, and it would be the expensive ass shit. So, I mentioned B1 coming over and betting. I have created a monster.
She likes betting now.
I said to her, I go, you know what? It might be fun if you're coming over to watch, if you're going to come watch the Browns game. Well, the Browns game doesn't start till 4. If you're here early and you want to come hang out, we'll watch SNL for a little bit. And then once we finish that, we'll turn on the football games, and maybe you put $5 in and you get $200 in bonus bets we play with. And
so you get 100% profit boosts.
So I said to her, so she said, yeah, let's do it. So she ended up downloading FanDuel for whatever reason. When she put in DraftKings, she apparently hasn't changed her address from mine to hers yet. And maybe I do have a B1 update. We'll get to after the break here a little bit later. But when she was over, when she signed up for DraftKings, she used the wrong address. She used her new address instead of the current one, which I think has her old one, which has the whatever ID says. She mixed it up. So she goes. I'm trying to think how it went after that. The DraftKings didn't work because the addresses were screwed up. So it took like 24 hours to verify it or whatever. And then, so I said, well, you could probably do the same thing with FanDuel. Well, she ended up doing it with FanDuel, and it went through. But FanDuel makes it very hard to find your profit boosts and your rewards and stuff like that. It's not like DraftKings where they're just kind of there. They just put in the bet slip for you and you click the little thing.
It auto-populates and you just click the little button. Yep.
No, you gotta work real hard to go find your boosts in FanDuel. And she kept missing. You can't. They were like hard to find. So she ended up putting in a few bets. Obviously, she went pretty hard on Swelsey. Figured he's going to have a great game. What a tank of a game that was from the Chiefs. Apparently the flu was affecting Patrick Mahomes more than everybody expected, and that's the excuse that they're giving for the terrible game from the Chiefs.
The flu didn't affect Michael Jordan.
Well, that's what everybody, even Pat McAfee made that joke today. He goes, I've heard of the flu game. This was the flu game the other way around, which was funny.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, another superfan donation from Charlie. Going back to the Orange 43, is the lineage is Fire OG and Wi-Fi, White Fire 43.
Ooh,
said it's
we just had some Wi-Fi here.
Yep, 32%, he said it's tasty like an orange creamsicle cigar. Next time you're on, Mikey, he'll bring one up to meet you. There you go, dude. So,
hell yeah.
Much love to Charlie. He's getting yanked right now. So, yeah. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you guys were watching which one was this? Was it during so this happened twice this weekend, Mikey. Now, remember I mentioned to you, I was texting with you or either texted you or was I talking to you on, I can't remember. But I mentioned to you that DraftKings is using my production.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, we talked about it on the phone. You gave me a call and talked to me about it.
I couldn't believe it. Hold on one sec to see if I can find it. So when you guys hear this one, I think it's this. Hold on, where is it? Oh, you know where I can just play it? Hold on one sec. So I'm going to play this. We're not going to go to break, but I am going to play this little bit of production here. This is... Where the hell is this at? This doesn't end the show, right? It doesn't actually send us to anything, right? Yeah, that doesn't do anything. So watch. So we're not going to break or anything, but here's this, guys. When you hear this. That right there is now being used in a DraftKings commercial, which I thought was...
Can't we ding them for copyright? They're using our...
Well, no, I mean, they're not actually... I get that from a service. So they're using the same service I'm using, obviously. I just thought it was pretty neat that I was like, man, I must have a good ear here that a major company is using the same production that we're using. I just thought that was pretty cool. So, yeah, that made me feel pretty good. We got a good... I got a good ear here. And then I heard them play... one of, where are they at? Can I play these? I don't know if I can play these without triggering everything. Yeah, no, I can't play those without it triggering everything. Anyway, all the music beds that we do are primarily from a band called Tiger Blood Jewel. I heard Tiger Blood Jewel, one of the rejoins. We have like 6 or 7 of their songs that rotate around when we come back from break. Not the break music, but when we come back, when we're live again after we come back from break, before I usually forget to turn my mic on and start talking. Fucking idiot. There'll be that Tiger Blood Jewel music playing. And I cannot for the life of me remember what I saw it in last night. But it was another, it was while I was watching football. It was either a commercial or a promo for something. But they used one of the Tiger Blood Jewel beds, which I thought was pretty neat. So, all right. So yeah, I'm proud of myself. Pat myself on the back for having a good ear. All right, guys. Let's see. I am going to take a quick break, and when we come back from break, you calling it? You're calling it tonight? That's fine. I understand.
I gotta go to work. I gotta get back to work tomorrow.
All right, cool. Then get to bed early. Do what you got to do. Put your feet up, smoke, and watch some football.
I get to be a fan of the show for a little bit too. It'll be fun. I get to watch the game on this and watch it on my phone when I fall asleep. It'll be just like the old days.
There you go. It's a lot less work, isn't it? All right, dude. Well, have a good night. I love you, dude. Feel better, all right?
Love you, buddy. See ya.
All right, man. Later. All right, so Mikey's out for the rest of the night, but that's good. I honestly, for the rest of the night, I do have a B1 update for you. It'll probably take a little bit of time to get through. It'll be interesting to hear. I'll definitely want your opinion on my update. So we'll have you guys call for sure. 844-HIT-DUMB, 844-448-3862. But I think I do have a bit of a B1 update. And so we will do that when we get back from break. So real quick, just shout out to everybody in the league. I don't know if I've given you guys enough love today, but shout out to all the official League of Dummies members. Shout out to all the Super League of Dummies members. And of course, all of my Team Dumb Ultimate fans. I love all of you guys. So good to have all you guys in there and see all you guys in there. And now we're going to take a quick break. If you have not already hit the thumbs up on tonight's video, please make sure you do that, or tonight's show, whatever the hell it's called. I appreciate it when you guys do that. It's always nice to look down and see all kinds of thumbs up on there. And YouTube loves sharing our videos with the more interactivity that you guys provide for it. So all the thumbs up and the comments and all that stuff, the more that you guys do that, the more YouTube loves it. So please make sure that you take a moment to, even if you don't want to call in during the B1 stuff, if you want to put your comments up, you can always do that. Or you could be like Charlie Rack and just drop some sweet some sweet super fan donations. Another one, he says, Diz, let's do the Backwoods Challenge. I'm down. I don't know what the Backwoods Challenge is. So somebody will have to say that something about a double backwoods rolled into a cone by yourself. What's so hard about that? 3 grams in Blackwoods. Yeah, I mean, that's what you're supposed to roll, big hooters. So, yes, some love for the trolls. That's for you, CB. Thank you. You've actually been I was expecting to get my ass kicked by everybody tonight, and you guys were actually, have been pretty cool tonight. So thanks for letting me recharge and take a couple days off without kicking my ass too bad. Be honest with you, it really does mean a lot. I feel so bad when I'm not doing those shows, and I felt so bad taking Wednesday off. So thank you for letting me take a couple nights off, recharge a little bit, and get back to feeling normal again, because I was riding on empty, guys. So thank you. Thanks for not kicking my ass too much. I appreciate it. So all right, let's take a quick break. When we come back from break, I'll give you a B1 update. Second hour is always happy hour here on Another Dumb Show. Crack some cold ones, put the kids in the other room, put the World Series or some football on for them. Who cares? Just get them out of the room and get some cold ones, fire up some lavender, and we will be back from break here in just a sec. How do I go to break here? I totally lost all. There it is. That's how I do it. Bye. Puppy Wuppy. Whoppers. She's not listening. There we go. All right, welcome back. Oh, that was fast. Oh, welcome back to another Dumb Show. I'm another Dumb Show host. Thank you for joining me on another Dumb Show, issue number 125. So glad to have you guys here with me. So this music you're hearing, this is what I was talking about before the break. This is Tiger Blood Jewel. And I believe it was Drew that was asking if I use Epidemic Sound to get my music from. I do. That's exactly who I use it from. So, Drew, if you're familiar with that, you'll know why I always bitch about the overhead for the show, because that shit ain't fucking cheap. But I like it. It sounds better than the crappy, some of the crappy ones that YouTube provides. Not crappy. I'm sure they're fine artists or whatever, but I just prefer these. I really like this. So, anyway, that's that. So, I do owe a super fan shout out to a couple of them actually. Charlie Reck. Secret ADS Mod had said do. She was commenting on what I do when I'm trying to find something. Charlie Reck with a big superfan donation there. Says he does 3 gram backwoods dailies at his house. So he is up for this challenge that I see during the break you guys are having some sort of challenge conversation about a backwoods challenge, some sort of blunt lavender conversation. And Shark also put in a superfan donation. He said, blaze to fuck up, homies. It's Devil's Night. So yeah, it is All Hallows Eve tonight, I guess, right? Isn't that how that goes? Or Devil's Night or whatever it is. So yeah, I guess one of my kids is out trick-or-treating tonight. The other one's going to go tomorrow. So I don't know where the other one's going. If he went somewhere with one of his friends, I don't know. They're out doing their own thing. So I'm letting them do that. Person that's in charge of watching them's handling all that stuff right now. So I said, okay, if that's what's mom says that's okay, then I say it's okay too. So going back to this challenge that you guys have in here. There's a lot of back and forth between Diz and I see Phil Crevices is in there. There's quite a few people that are confused. Okay. That's for Secret ADS Mod. That was her 4-month anniversary alert. Oh, wow. Thank you for 4 months. Thank you to everybody who's joined. So I appreciate it so much. Those of you who aren't joined can always do that. It's the best way to help support another Dumb Show. Make sure you click that join button. I probably don't say that often enough. But please, definitely need you guys to help support the show in the best way with all the superfan donations and joining up, becoming members. Brap said, is there going to be a show tomorrow? It's Halloween. Yeah, of course we're going to be doing a show tomorrow. Are you kidding me? We got to be doing a show tomorrow. We don't really hand out candy here at my house. The neighborhood, nobody really comes to our neighborhood. Lots of old people here where I live. So a lot of them, they're not handing out candy. A lot of these old people, they're nervous. They don't want. I'll be honest with you, dude. I don't. We live in a neighborhood. Neighbor Dave could probably attest to this. Neighbor Dave is a black dude, but most of the people who live around here are white folks. And I got to be honest with you. I think a lot of them probably are. Don't want people coming into this neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say it, but I just have a feeling a lot of people around here keep their lights off because they don't want the outlying neighborhoods coming into this area for Halloween. That's kind of what I think. So I could be wrong, but I kind of just get that vibe from some people. So yes, I will get to the B1 update, Falcor, for sure. I'll definitely get to that. In fact, I could probably just... real quick, actually, before I get to that, I do want to say, I do want to see Diz... I want to see this challenge. Diz and Phil Crevices and Charlie, these guys trying to... We got to put a challenge together. We can do a members-only show and put you guys all up in boxes and let you guys burn yourselves down and see who can keep up and knock out... It's just expensive. That's an expensive challenge. I don't know if I want to get involved in dumping that much money into one bleezy. You know what I'm saying? You guys are talking about $60 bleezies. That's expensive. You know what I'm saying? So you guys want to do that and challenge each other? We'll put the timer up. That sounds like a lot of fun. I would love to do that if you guys are down to do it. You can put masks on if you want to hide your identity or whatever. I don't know if Charlie's worried about that. Or I doubt Diz gives a shit. Who knows? But yeah, so I'm down for that, guys. If you guys want to try that out, we can put that together. Just email me, anotherdumbshow@gmail.com, and let me know when you guys would be interested in doing that, and we can put that together for sure. Let's see. Ooh, I did forget to get to this email. I have an email from GK. It says, "Yo, dumb. Love the show and enjoying the fantasy football league. Yeah, I bet you are." He says, "I look forward to watching your show after I put my daughter to sleep and unwinding from the day." Well, that's nice. He says, well, happy bedtime to the little one. At the end of the Tuesday show, at the end of Tuesday's show, you were talking about wine. I've been making wine for many years. My staples are Cabernet, Shiraz, and I love Barolo. But last year I made Montepulciano that I just bottled last month. And man, I totally agree with you. That is some delicious full body wine. Definitely adding that to my yearly batch. I would love to give you a bottle to sample. Thanks for all the entertainment, George. Dude, I would love that, man. That would be fantastic. I'm not one who likes to take lots of gifts, but that's not true. I'll take whatever anybody wants to give me. But wine in particular is something I'll never turn down. That's one of the best gifts. I love with B1's family. When they were doing all the holidays and stuff, you go over there, you're going to walk out of there with 3 or 4 bottles of wine, inevitably. Red wine, my favorite. Sometimes you get a homemade Montepulciano. You get a random cab. You might just get something from the store that they picked up, where they just bought a box of these wines so they'd save money and give them all out to everybody. It was awesome. I loved it. So I will take all the free wine I can get, George. So if you want to email me, we can either figure out a meet. I don't know where you're at, but you can either hook. I'll give you my address. You can mail it to me, or we can figure out how to grab it. I don't know, whatever you want. So, but yes, I want to get my hands on some of that homemade Montepulciano. So good. Love Montepulciano. Okay. I mentioned B1. And so Friday, B1 and I got into a bit of a tiff on Friday night. And this was before. Now I'll get to, I guess this is maybe kind of the part of the update, but Friday night. So Friday night at a wedding. There was a business part of the wedding that I don't want to get into because I in the end, I don't care, but it was just something that upset me that had to do with some business stuff with the wedding. And it didn't really affect the wedding at all or anything like that. It just bothered me. I remained professional, and I don't want to get into details of it because it just, I don't know if they listen or not, and I don't want to talk bad about them because they were great people, a nice couple, and there was just something, there's a business decision that was made that was kind of questionable, and I'm not real thrilled about the decision that was made. So, having said that, can't control it. Once I got there, I learned about this business decision that made me, and it immediately made me very angry. I'm not gonna lie, I was angry. I was not frustrated. I was angry when I saw it. But I said to myself, you know what? In the end, it doesn't matter. It was just less work for you. So just the heck with it. Just be professional and give these guys the best night you can. So that's what I did. We had a great night. Everything went off without a hitch. But when I left, I was still pissy about it. I was still upset about it. And I needed to talk about it. I needed to have an after-work vent with someone. You know, you just have one of those days where you just need to vent after work. And so I got home and, well, my phone had died because I'd put the World Series on my phone just kind of down off to the side. And this will tell you how much I was watching it. I wasn't paying attention to it at all. I turned it on, saw that it was on, and went right back to DJing and stuff. Really never looked at it again after that. To the point where when it was time to break down and I was done with the event, I grabbed my phone, just put it in my pocket, and it was dark when I picked it up. There was no screen showing. Like this game, I thought, oh, it had fallen asleep because I'm not paying attention to it. So I put it in my pocket. I ended up getting in the car, and my phone was dead because I went to go turn on Waze to get home, and I realized, oh, my phone's dead. So I plug it in, and when it starts firing up as I start driving, if I let it charge a little bit and it starts firing up as I'm driving, and I get a text realized B wanted to text me, and I didn't text while I was driving, so I waited until I get home. And then I texted her, I was home, and she had already said she was getting ready to go to bed. So I was kind of frustrated because I needed to talk to her, but she didn't know this yet. So long story short, to get to the exchange between her and I was a little pissy because she wanted to go to bed. And then I had said something about needing to talk to her. I didn't hear back from her for, I don't know, probably 10 minutes. And then maybe not even 10 minutes, between 5 and 10 minutes. And I knew she, that was a long time for somebody whose phone is usually in their hand. So I'm like, she just went to bed. I told her I needed to talk to her, and she just went to bed. So that pissed me off. So I basically said something along the lines, thanks for the non-reply and no support, go to sleep. So then she replies back that her phone was on, or her phone had died, and then kind of said to me in so many words, I know you had a bad night, but don't take it out on me. And I was trying to explain to her I just needed to talk to her, but then it just kind of like, she kept escalating. When I would say I just needed to talk, she was escalating it a little bit, like, because she thought I was trying to dump on her and be mean to her, and I was explaining to her, no, I just need to talk. And every time I would say that, it would kind of just make her more frustrated with me, like I was mad at her. So I would try to call her, and she wasn't picking up the phone. So while I'm trying to express I'm not frustrated, I'm not trying to fight through text messages, it's not coming across that way. It's coming across as me trying to fight. And I'm like, ugh. So I couldn't win here because I was like, I didn't know how to express enough that I am not trying to fight. All I need to do is vent and talk to you about my night. And then when I thought you fell asleep, I was upset about that. So it was just, we started going in circles, and I'm like, so it just was not good. So then, of course, because I get all crabby and ranty, and had nobody really to talk to because she shut down and went to sleep, that's when I went in Discord and was like, fuck relationships. You need somebody to lean on, they're not there. So I was all shitty, it was stupid. I actually feel bad that I did that, it was dumb. But I just needed to vent. I had a rough part of the night. Wasn't bad. It was just I needed to vent about the thing that was upsetting me, and I couldn't do that. So that led to me being upset about, well, I felt like she wasn't there for me. You know what I mean? So it made me go down that road. Well, Saturday comes along, and I'm off. She's off. She sends a text. Basically just kind of, basically just saying that feel like I kind of ruined her day Saturday, even though everything happened the night before. She was just in a bad mood from the night before. And so I texted one more time. I said, look, I cannot express to you enough how much I was not trying to fight. I just needed to talk. And so I don't know if that one finally got through to her or what, but then eventually I said, look, I've apologized for upsetting you. I don't know what else to do at this point. So I said, I don't remember. I ended up inviting her over. Oh, I invited her over to watch the fight. That's on. I said, I got this fight that I'm going to watch. If you want to watch it with me, come on over and watch it. It'll be fun, I think. Because I know she likes MMA, so I thought she might like boxing. So she came over, and in the time that before she had come over, I think, and I don't know and I don't remember the timeline. So I promise you I'm not lying about the timeline. I genuinely don't remember when I got the phone call from my mom that I'm about to describe and when I invited B1 over. I don't remember if it was before I invited her over or after her invited her over, but I'm telling you the phone call had nothing to do with me, the reason why I invited B1 over. So I guess the B1 update has a little bit to do with something that once CB had said. Well, real quick, I'll read what Nuggaman said. If I were B1, I'd also be scared of dumb dumping on me too. And you know what, Nuggaman, you're right, because in the past I would come home and kind of lay everything on her in a mean way, and kind of like, and that was why I was so frustrated, because I was getting frustrated in the text because I was making a conscious effort to try and not do that, and it wasn't coming across that way. So it was just like, so it was just very frustrating. Anyway, so I do understand her reasons why she might have felt like that, because in the past I used to be a real rage monster asshole, and I would be a dick. But so then anyway, so back to the Saturday morning. I'm calm. I'm kind of over it Saturday morning, and just like, look, I'm off. I want to hang out, so I'm gonna invite her over. Well, then I get a phone call from my mom at some point in the day before B1 gets there, and she says, I heard B1 went to the zoo yesterday, and I forgot, B1 had texted me that she had gone to the zoo to get some fresh air. It was a beautiful day on Friday, so she was walking around enjoying the zoo. My mom works at the zoo. My mom works at the gift shop at the zoo. So she walked, I guess B1 went there while my mom was not there, looking for my mom. And the lady who works there ended up telling my mom that B1 was there looking for her. And the thing that, I guess the B1 update I have, that CB asked, one time she said, B1 needs to DTR. And I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know what that was stood for. Down the road, I didn't know what DTR meant. And then I saw her let me know. She said, define the relationship. Well, I think B1 either inadvertently DTR'd or intentionally DTR'd in a way to let me know something without actually saying it to me, because it's easier that way. Like, it's easier for me to talk about stuff here. So when she went to the zoo, went to the gift shop to ask for my mom, the lady asked her back, she said, oh, well, who should I tell Bish was here looking for her? And B1 replied, her son's fiance. Which, even the lady there, apparently, because my mom talks about her son, and, she says, I don't shit talk your relationship. I just talk about sometimes what you're going through. And she goes, because the lady, even when the lady finally told my mom about it, the lady said, wait, they're back on? So my mom, so my mom finds out that this woman, that B1 told this woman her son's fiance. So B1 essentially sounds like she DTR'd that she's still my fiance, according to this woman. Now, my mom called and told me that on Saturday. I have not since brought this up to B1. I'm sure she's probably watching right now. So I don't know what to think. 844-HIT-DUM, 844-448-3862. Has the relationship been defined? I'm not sure. So that is a very interesting revelation that I got. She actually did that. Again, this is second-hand, third-hand information now, so it may not be true. I don't know. But oddly enough, Saturday going into Sunday, I had and I know it's boring when people talk about their dreams. It's stupid. But I had this crazy, crazy dream where in the dream I was mean to B1, and then she ended up breaking up with me in the dream. It was this big, long, it went on like the whole night. I would wake up, I'd fall back asleep, I'd go right back into it. It was one of those kind of dreams. It'd pick right back up where it left off. It was insane. It felt like it went on for 8 hours, the whole dream. But then the dream ended, strangely enough, with I was in this big pickup truck with B1, and she ran over all the characters from The Wizard of Oz. There were 4 of them just walking down the middle of the road. I don't know if it was Halloween, it was on my mind, and it was people dressed up like The Wizard of Oz, but she killed the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, the Lion, and Dorothy. Took them all out with this big-ass truck that she was driving for whatever reason, because she had looked down because she was upset about something, and we all went, look out! And she didn't even look up. She just right through these people. I know it's stupid. It's a dream. Who gives a shit? But it led me to another dream that B1 had. And I can't pass up an excuse or a reason to talk about the Stallion, guys. And the Stallion broke the internet the other day. And B1 had a dream. And I think she had this dream. I'm going to decipher both of these dreams here for you guys and see what you guys think. But B1 had a dream that I was I was claiming to have an affair with Megan Thee Stallion. That I had pissed her. She had said something to piss me off. So in retaliation, I looked at her and said, yeah, well, you know what? I'm dating Megan Thee Stallion. And I think B1 probably had that dream because I went ahead and liked, and you can actually see down at the bottom there who it was liked by. The Stallion broke the internet the other day with this picture because, just because. Holy shit. My God. Holy shit. My God. I don't really know what else to say other than holy shit, my God. But I liked that picture, and I'm pretty sure that B1 saw that I liked that because she follows her, and like I'll see when she likes Luke Bryan's pictures or whatever guy, anybody, a girl too, same people we follow, you can see when they like stuff. So she probably saw that I liked that picture and decided to have a dream about me being with Megan Thee Stallion. But so that's my deciphering of that dream. Now back to the dream with her running over the Wizard of Oz characters. Now, I'm wondering if this is my brain somehow, and we're going to get deep here, okay? You ready for this? B1's mom is obsessed with the Wizard of Oz. And I think the biggest hurdle probably for B1 trying to be back with me is probably what's it going to be like dealing with family in the future. You know what I mean? Because I know her mom's really not into me, I don't think, anymore. Probably, I wouldn't imagine most of her family is, considering everything that's happened over the past year plus. So, or really 10 years for that matter, between, it's been crazy. So I'm thinking that in my brain is thinking that the only way that we would actually get back together is that if the, quote, hurdle of her mom, the Wizard of Oz in the dream, were gone. And I don't mean I want her mom gone. I think in my brain, the problem of her mom has to go away for that to actually work, for us to actually be in a relationship and work. So I think that's pretty much what I'm thinking that dream meant. It's my subconscious being like, oh yeah, well, until she figures that out with her mom or whatever, it's never going to end up working out. So there's your B1 update, guys. She's seemingly inadvertently defined the relationship. And CB says, yeah, fiancés usually live in separate houses. It makes sense. You'd be surprised. There's a lot of people out there who live in separate houses and have a very happy relationship. You'd be surprised. It seems to have been working pretty well for us. It does suck though when you're like alone, like, when the other night when I needed somebody to talk to and she could just kind of roll over and go to sleep. That it would be nice to have somebody who, you can't really let roll over and go to sleep. You kind of just be like, hey, can we talk this out? Like if they turn their phone off or they just stop texting you, whatever. There's really not much you can do about it. So I guess there is a little bit of advantage of being in a house together. But we spend a lot of time together, whether we're at my house or at her house, and we live 2 minutes away from each other. It's just like, imagine being in the other room, you got to drive to the other room, literally 30 seconds. So it's really, I don't know how to explain it. Becky says, but you don't go into public with her. Well, we haven't really had a chance to go into public recently. I don't know that we're against going to public, so we have to talk about that. Let's see. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Airy Sweet says, Dom, you can't ask her to define the relationship and then in the same breath say, oh my God, 10 times over a picture. All right, fine. Well, was it wrong that I brought this up to her too? That if I asked her if she saw this? I did ask her if she saw this commercial.
The Earth's temperature is getting hotter and hotter. The sea levels are rising. The ice sheets are shrinking. And I'm not a scientist, but I do believe everyone can use their skill set to do their part. That's why I'm introducing a brand new bra with a built-in nipple. So no matter how hot it is, you'll always look cold. Some days are hard, but these nipples are harder. And unlike the icebergs, these aren't going anywhere. The skin's ultimate nipple.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh wait, I did it again. No, so yeah, I saw that came out today or the other day too, and I laughed out loud and said I have to bring this up to B1 because I wanted to hear her reaction to that, and she was like, "That's probably the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Why would any girl want that?" And I was like, "Well, it's not for women; it's for men. We like to see, women when they're all nipped up. Or it could be for chicks who want to look braless, like they want to wear a tight t-shirt and look like they're braless, but they want the support because they need the support. And they don't want to actually go braless, but they want the icy nip look. I think it's genius. I love it. It's fantastic. God love her. And I was trying to explain to B1 too. I was like, it's probably, just like lingerie. Lingerie isn't for women necessarily. It's really for men. So, I mean, what the hell? What's the difference here? So maybe run out real quick and get one of those bras. But I did hear those Skims things are outrageously expensive. So I do feel, I don't feel bad. Go get one, please. Go get some B1. When you wear those, please. I'd like to see those. And ladies, yeah, if you do end up getting those, don't feel bad. Yeah, Secret ADS Mod said, and that will be $269 for a bra. Get the fuck out of here. Disaster says, no bras, women power. I'm with you, Diz. I would love free the nipple. No, we don't need, yeah, CB said, how about not just wear a bra? Well, don't forget too, there are women who think about trans people. Trans women who are guys that are becoming women who are putting on, they're putting in, a couple oranges and some bras. They're not going to get those nips. They can't do anything about that. Those little orange nippies aren't going to work. The navel on the orange, that's not going to work. The little stem part. So that's going to be all off kilter and everything. So they throw a couple oranges in there, and then they put that in that bra. And then all of a sudden they got some pointy ass nips, and they're feeling even more feminine than ever. So it could be empowering for a trans woman. Why not? Think about a woman who might have had a mastectomy. Same idea. She's got one breast that's removed. She throws a falsie in there. Doesn't really like the way the nip lines up with her other nip. So you can put on that bra and you have matching bra nip. If you like showing nipples, if that's what, again, this is for chicks who want to show off their nipples. If you're not into showing off your nipples, this isn't going to be for you. If you want guys to look at your boobs, that's the point of showing off your nipples, then do it. That's the whole point. Super fan donation in there from Charlie. Thank you. He said, today's. Yep, thank you. I don't know what Airy Sweet's saying. It's a lot of math about shipping and manufacturing, but let's focus on the Hooters. Let's stay focused on that, guys. That's what's important here. We're talking about hoots. Crooked Orchid says, dude, you aren't happy. Crooked Orchid says, let's pretend we are in a relationship. No, I don't think we're in a relationship. B4 said, oranges? Yeah, no, oranges are perfect. I couldn't think of anything else. Would people put apples in there? I don't know. What else are you putting in a bra to I would think a couple oranges if you're going to, trying to fake some boobs under some sweaters or something. You're faking sweater meat, You're not going to put meat in there. You can put a couple oranges or something. Airy Sweet says, is the fake nipple going to rub against the real nipple, like the shirt tag on your neck? I don't know, man. Yeah, I think you're overthinking it. I think you're putting way too much thought into it. You should have been thinking about one thing when you were watching that, and that was the part where it froze on her hoots. That's all. All you should have. The still frame from that is all you should have taken home, taken away with from watching all of that. Secret ADS Mod says, okay, fine. So maybe Kim K could donate all the proceeds on the sale of those to breast cancer survivors. Well, so there you go. Jean Queen says, I'm all down for the free titties, but like at a bar with fake nips, that's $300. Nah, I'm good. Yeah, I think I don't know. I don't understand that comment. If she's saying go to the strip club, I don't understand that comment. Anyway, guys, I think that's it, guys. Let's see if I had one other thing to wrap things up with, but I think that is it. Oh, rest in peace, Matthew Perry. Pretty crazy. I mean, I got to be honest with you. I wasn't even a little bit surprised. The thing I'm surprised by is that supposedly there was no foul play. There was nothing necessarily wrong with him. I guess B1 and I were talking about this, and we were speculating that it was a heart attack, and that he had a heart attack and then just ended up like falling into the water as he's having this heart attack, and then probably, aspirated some water and then ended up drowning. And if that's the case, gosh, what an awful way to die. I mean, my God, that's just terrible. So just picture the visual of that. You're sitting there and all of a sudden you're having all these chest pains and you fall over and you take a big suck in and you suck all this water in, and very, very crazy. So I do have a little clip of him talking about how he wanted to be remembered, because he just has a book that was getting ready to come out. And here is him talking about how he wanted to be remembered.
In the book, I think you have to have all your dreams come true to realize they're the wrong dreams. What are the?
I probably stole from Jim Carrey, I guess.
What are the dreams now?
The dreams now. The best thing about me, bar none, is if somebody comes up to me and says, I can't stop drinking, can you help me? I can say yes and follow up and do it. That's the best thing. And I've said this for a long time. When I die, I don't want friends to be the first thing that's mentioned. I want that to be the first thing that's mentioned. And I'm going to live the rest of my life proving that.
Okay, so there you go. He doesn't want to be remembered for friends. He wants to be remembered for helping people, or known for the ability to help people quit the booze. So I guess that's a pretty noble thing, especially after you've been through all that himself. But that's why I wasn't shocked. I knew he had done so much partying. He probably just beat his liver to hell. He'd probably done so much yay and so many pills that, his kidneys and his heart were jacked up. So the Friends cast, speaking of Friends, they did release a statement finally. They put a joint statement out that said, quote, we are all so utterly devastated by the loss of Matthew. We were more than just castmates. We are a family, their statement reads. There is so much to say, but right now we're going to take a moment to grieve and process this unfathomable loss. In time, we will say more as and when we are able. The statement continues. For now, our thoughts and our love are with Maddie's family, his friends, and everyone who loved him around the world. Signed by Aniston, Cox, Kudrow, LeBlanc, and Schwimmer. So, yeah, there you go. So, Matthew Perry dead. Again, I was not surprised. Like I said, I hate to say it like that, like I'm some big prognosticator or whatever, but I just, after everything that guy's been through and all the abuse he put his body through, I was not surprised by it one bit. But sad news, I'm so young, it makes you question your own mortality and all that kind of stuff. But I did see a pretty interesting story that goes along with it, and it made me think about, because my mom was like kind of, she wasn't that, she thought I was going to be upset about it, because I guess when I was in high school, and I don't really remember this much, I thought I was more of a Seinfeld guy, but I guess I really liked Friends. I think probably I just liked watching Jennifer Aniston's nipples on Friends, to be honest with you. More than anything, I'm going to tell you the truth. Probably just didn't tell her that. So she was like, oh, Matthew Perry, I know. How do you feel about that? I know how much you like that show and all this stuff. But didn't really have much of an emotional reaction. You know what I had a big emotional reaction to? Pretty recently. I almost got choked up about it. Obviously, well, we'll talk. Aussie Sam, that happened recently. I got very choked up about that. And we'll talk about that in a sec. But like a celebrity death, one that actually really like upset me recently was Paulie from Rocky, Burt Young. Burt Young died. And I love the Rocky movies. I mean, I love the Rocky movies. I never really got to talk about it much because on the old show, that was Dieter's thing. Dieter liked Rocky. But I've been obsessed with Rocky since I was a little kid. I mean, a lot. Rocky 4 is my all-time favorite movie. You can call me whatever you want. That's a fucking great film. It's a film, that movie. I love it. Music, everything about it. So good. Anyway, so yeah, Paulie from Rocky died. So that was very saddening to me. But it made me think today with Matthew Perry dying, and I saw this headline that said, experts reveal why people grieve celebrities the way they do. And the line that I read in it, which is pretty interesting, it says that our emotional bond with an influential person is based on what we need the person to be for us during influential moments of our lives. It's the idea of that person we bond to, not necessarily the person themselves, since we didn't come to know them in real life. Because we bond to celebrities at a distance, we have a tendency to immortalize them through nostalgic life experiences. And that really is what it boils down to, because I think some of my best experiences with my mom were like Rocky related. You know what I mean? So I think I kind of loop all that together. So I think that's where that kind of connection comes in with Burt Young and Paulie and Rocky and all that stuff. And I remember getting the Rocky 4 soundtrack, the cassette. I remember opening it up at my mom's house on Christmas. I remember stopping everything I was doing. All the other gifts got stopped for me to go find the boombox and put that on and jam out to that because I loved it so much. So yeah, it was understandable why that upset me. But the thing that I didn't understand, I did not understand, I still have a hard time understanding why I got so upset about the passing of Aussie Sam, a person who I've never met, never spoken to in person, emailed a couple times, and conversated and chat with a few times through doing the show live. And man, that really, really upset me when he passed away. I mean, it really was like somebody I'd known forever passing away. It was so fucking, to this day, it's still so strange to me. It's just crazy. But I just wonder what the nostalgia factor is with Aussie Sam. You know what I mean? Maybe there was the first time around when I first started ADS. And he was there. He was very active in the chat, and he was emailing a lot. I think this is before he was doing a lot of traveling, so he was watching and listening more and interactive more. So maybe at that point in time, there's a nostalgia connection there. Not really sure. All right, Crooked Orchids is asking me to read Superfan donation. Asking me to read Creepy Michelle's chats. All right, let me go back here and read some of these. There's a lot going on. I'm trying to keep up here. Oh, Creepy Michelle is not happy about me wanting B1 and I in our situation and my thing, the redefining of the relationship. She said, "This is not real healthy." In a sarcastic voice. Real healthy. When my husband and I aren't communicating, I turn off the phone and move out. Works every time. No, she didn't turn off her phone. Her phone died. I was the one who thought that she got all pissy. By the end of the me trying to call, she thought I was trying to fight with her, so that's why she turned off her phone. And let's remember, I asked her to move out last time. She didn't move out this time. I asked her to move out. So. All right, so I'm trying to keep up with it. There's a lot going on there for Creepy Michelle. She's very angry. I didn't see the phone ring. She must be the phone. She can't call. Too angry. It'll. Phone will be shaking. Anyway, CB, the head of the trolls says, if I die, can you put the troll pop up in a little coffin? Well, don't die. I don't want you to die. Why are you saying that? Don't do that. But yes, we could do that for sure. All right. Gene Queen said there was 0 defining. Okay, so that was not a DTR. All right, so I'm getting everybody's feedback on it. I'm not. Phil Crevices that said this is not a healthy relationship. B1 says, is texting dumb right now? I don't think so. Nope. Oh, nope, she's going to bed. It was her. She's going to bed saying goodnight. So nothing like don't stop talking about anything or anything like that. So I don't know. Maybe she's watching. Maybe, I don't know. So we'll have to see, guys. I'm assuming she says she watches the show every day. So I'm assuming she's watching, and we'll have to see. This is how I operate, guys. It's easier for me to talk about it here, and maybe she watches it, and then we can have a conversation about it versus just being like, hey, I heard you said this, and yeah, I'm weird like that, guys. I don't, probably why she has a hard time being with me, because I'm a fucking weirdo. I don't know what to tell you. So, so there you go, guys. There's your B1 update. I know you guys are upset about it. Some of you are, some of you aren't. But yeah, we'll get to this other thing I have here tomorrow. I'm interested to talk to Mikey about that. So, so yeah, I think that's gonna wrap things up for us tonight, guys. Real quick. Creepy Michelle says, I asked if B1 defined the relationship to anyone else other than to your mom's colleague, like maybe to you. No, she didn't. But she's not doing it through words. She's doing it through actions for the most part, I would say. She's been around and she's been communicative. And the other night, she just thought I was trying to dump on her and fight with her. And I was not conveying through text messages because I am a little matter of fact, probably. Was not conveying to her very well that I didn't want to fight, and so she was taking the things I was saying as some sort of like fighting material, and it wasn't fighting material. So anyway, I'm assuming we're probably going to have a conversation after tonight's show, so we will go from there. All right, cool. Phil Kravitz says, yes, good night. 10 p.m. is totally normal for a 30-something-year-old. It is for her. That girl loves her sleep, and I think she goes to work at, she has to be at work at 7 o'clock in the morning. So I got her back on this one. She wants to go to bed. Go right ahead. So, all right, guys, that's going to wrap things up for us tonight. I do appreciate everybody's feedback. Trust me. I know you guys think I'm crazy and I'm trying to be a dick or ignoring. You know, I do appreciate everybody's feedback. I'm reading it and seeing it. There's just a lot there's a lot happening here. So, Scott78 says, just keep doing you and take her to Pound Town. So that works for me. Sunday worked great for me. I had a good day. I was very happy with the trip I took or was taken on, I guess. Yeah, I'll say that. So, alrighty, guys, that's going to wrap things up for us tonight. If you've not already taken a second to hit the thumbs up on tonight's video, please do that. I would greatly appreciate it. This week is going to be a little wonky. Like I said, my ex-wife and the kid's stepdad are out of town, and there's another person who's watching them, and this other person also has a job as well. And so I might have to take one of the boys to a thing tomorrow. It all depends on some of the scheduling. So might be another late show tomorrow night. It is to be determined based on another person's schedule. I'm trying to work out the kinks with that. And I might be able to get some help otherwise too. I just have to figure that all out. But again, like I said, kind of a wonky week with the schedules with kids being out of town. So I appreciate you guys letting me get through this next week. And then we're going to be moving forward. The wedding starts slowing down. I have one this Friday, and then no more Friday events. I'm looking at for the rest of the month, just a couple Saturday weddings, pretty easy stuff as far as the rest of the month for me as far as weddings go. So that's good news. But I did mention to you guys, I think even last week, that this next few weeks would be a little wonky as we got through the end of October and the first week of November. So I do appreciate you guys sticking it out through that. It's just a weird timing thing. So We can't do the show in the middle of the day because we're just not when we do it. So sometimes it's just going to have to get pushed back a little bit here and there, and I'll try to get some extra shows in as much as I can this week. I promise you guys. So, all right, it's going to wrap things up for us tonight. Thank you for hanging out and watching issue number 125. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Like I said, aiming for 7 p.m., but keep your notifications on or join the Discord to see any announcements regarding Showtime updates there as well. And I probably should post those on my Instagram as well. And if you don't already follow me there or on Twitter, you can follow me at Another Dumb Show on both of those. So, all right, guys, that's going to wrap things up. Thanks so much for coming and hanging out tonight. You know the rules if you've been participating in happy hour. Second hour is always happy hour here. If you've been cracking cold ones, make sure you don't drive. You know the rules. Even if you've been doing the lavender, stay at home, all that good stuff. So that's going to wrap things up. I'm out of here. See you.